Father is neither an anchor to hold us down, nor a sail to take us to our destination. He is a guiding light to help lead the way for us. I couldn't find where this quote was from, but it means that my dad's not holding me back, nor taking my hand, but he's simply placing a hand on my shoulder through my life. Today I'm going to be talking about my dad. Many of you know him as the phone run guy, but to me, he's just my dad. Since 5:07 a.m. on March 17th, I've been guided by the light of my father, and I appreciate him so much. He really deserves this speech. Today I'm going to be talking about how he inspires me, his hard work and dedication, and his guidance through my life. My dad has shaped the independence I carry with me today and continue to carry with me into the future. The first thing I love about my dad is how inspiring he is. I aspire to have his positive attitude. He can see the good in literally everything. He can see the good in school when all I see is homework and getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And he can see the good in going outside when all I see is shoveling the driveway in negative 10-degree weather. He also has a super passionate attitude. For my parents' 10th anniversary, they bought a hot tub. We've had this hot tub for 6 years now, and every day my dad still makes the effort to go outside and keep up maintenance on it and take care of it. One of the cutest things he does is he shovels a path to it first thing when it snows. We also bought a boat summer of 2020, and it was a 39-foot cruiser's yacht. This was practically my dad's second girlfriend. He was in love with it. He was always going down and taking care of it when he didn't need to, and he was so passionate about it that he'd scrub and polish it every single weekend when we were down there. Although he's passionate about what he loves, he's also super passionate about what I love. He ran every single Girls on the Run 5K with me throughout elementary school. He never gave up on me, and he never let me give up on myself. This took so much determination, and that's another thing about my dad that inspires me. He went to college for 10 years, and this must have taken a lot of work. I'm positive that if you added up all of his homework, it'd probably be as tall as Mount Everest. He encourages me to be as determined as he is. Another important thing about my dad that he does is he encourages me. He's one of the most encouraging people in my life. As many of you know, I run track. I do the 100 meter and the 200 meter, and whenever I'm at the start line, my dad always yells from the bleachers, "I am speed." I don't know if any of you have watched Lightning McQueen, but one of the lines he says in his races is "I am speed," and it helps him get faster and it helps him win. He's never doubted me, and he even thinks that I'm going to beat the pole vault record here at the high school as a freshman. He always pushes me, and he believes in me so much that last track season, he took me to a pole vault camp at least an hour and a half away, at least 2 days a week, which is a lot. He'd always try to give me tips and tricks, even though he doesn't know that much about pole vault. He'd videotape me and he'd tell me, "Look how good you're doing this," or "Look how good you're doing that," even if it was horrible. Furthermore, to how he encourages me, he does the most in school. I don't know if any of you have sat at the dinner table and tried to do math with your dad, but it always ends up with me crying. I'd get home and I'd ask my dad to help me on my math homework, but little me would always start crying in frustration. He'd pat my back and tell me it was okay and that I could do it. But the thing about my dad is once I was done, he'd always make me do more. I used to think this was because he wanted my brain to explode, but in reality, it's because he believed in me and he was willing to help me try. I'd try walking away and I'd huff and puff, but he'd always just say, "Liliana, get back here, I know you can do it. I believe in you." Although my dad pushes me to my limits, this helps guide me. One of the biggest influences my dad has had in my life is the direction he's guided me in. He's gotten me through so many tough times, whether he's known it or not. I just recently got into a relationship, and I think all dads can agree that boys are one of the scariest things on this planet. This boy's name is Wyatt. I've known Wyatt for about 6.5 months now, and I can positively say that he's one of the sweetest kids that I know. I admire so many things about my dad in Wyatt. Wyatt encourages me and pushes me to be the best version of myself, just like my dad. I purposely look for my dad in boys, not just for his approval, because I see how well my dad treats my family, and I want my future boyfriend or husband to treat my family the way my dad treats me. He's continuously raised my standards to the max, and for this, I'm so grateful. I now know what I want and who I want, and I hope to see my father in my own family that I start someday. I feel stable around him, because he's never let me go in the wrong direction or led me down the wrong path. My dad has shaped the independence I carry with me today and continue to carry with me into the future. He's positively influenced me above anyone else. With his inspiring attitude, making me know who I want to be, his encouraging acts have guided me to success, and his guidance has led me to the person that I am today. If I grow up to be half the person my dad is, I'll consider my life a success. You can have many, many father figures in your life, but there's only one that you